Everything's in slow motion, so sorry. Okay, come on in, everybody. Welcome. Oh, Sue, glad you're here. Diana, Olivia, nice to see everybody. Holiday mode, so we're getting ready, get ready for the holiday season to begin. So I kind of wanted to touch base with everybody tonight and just give everybody a good frame of mind to jump into and be ready for the holidays to go in with a plan. So we've been preaching all week of there's 3 ways to head into the holidays. You can head in where you're going to stay focused, stay on track. You're not going to waver. You're going to make it through Thanksgiving and not waver. And that's one headstrong way to go. It's a great way to go, but probably not the most popular way to go. Next step from that would be just do things in moderation. So if you're going to go in, the biggest thing I always say to worry about when it comes to the holidays, it's not about the food on your plate. It's about the people around your table. And, I think more and more as society and issues come in and life happens, the more and more we appreciate those moments of just having your family around the table and the people you know and love. Those kind of things are not easy to deal with if you're missing someone, if you've had loss this year or whatever. So it's going to be hard. But there's a lot of stress around these times. So be thankful for the people. Don't concentrate on the food. That's the biggest takeaway in that. So if you're doing moderation, go in, you can have some, eat the meat, add the fat, cut the crap kind of thing. But if you're going to have a little bit, have a bite. If you're one of those that can abstain and not go totally off the rails, I'm one of those, I can take a bite of a piece of pie or a bite of stuffing or a bite of something that I would normally never have. And I can refrain from going any further. Other people, it's harder, so you've got to figure out your personality where
She pointed at me.
Other people, it's harder. So it really is. And it's just, you've got to figure out your personality of which one you can do. But regardless, if you're one of those that you can't refrain, you can't hold yourself back, you can't do anything, you go in with a plan and you come out with a plan. So go in, do whatever you need to do. But if whatever day your celebration is on, whatever day Thanksgiving is celebrated with you or whatever, it's not a week celebration. It's a meal. It's a day, it's a whatever, but as soon as that's over, you wake up the next day, you have your pucker up on hand and you jump right back in and get those ketones going again. So it's one of those, you've got to be prepped and ready. The next level, if you're going to go moderate and you're going to come back off and you're going to be ready the next day, jump right back in. Now, if you're going to go in with both feet and not look back, you got to be twice as strong. You got to be ready for the next day of those cravings are going to come back. You're not going to feel good. You're going to be bloated. Your rings are going to be too tight. Your clothes are going to be too tight. You're going to have a headache. All the fun stuff that's going to come if you overindulge. So it's one of those, be mindful of that, but go in with a conscious choice, go in with a plan and come out successful. It's not as much how you go into it, but go in with a plan, go in with a focus, but how you come out of it the next day is what matters. It really is. So have a game plan, have your pucker up ready, stocked up and ready so that next week after that, next few days after Thanksgiving, you can be ready to be getting everything in. So that's where I want you to all be successful this year, not be derailed and not worry about it. So, all right, you guys come on in, check in. Olivia, good to have you back. Come on in, check in. Let us know how you're doing.
Hi everyone. Doing good. I have been taking a break from fasting. I think this is week 5, and I probably will start slowly back in next week, maybe with some some OMADs, and then 36-hour fast, and then maybe the following week 48, and on and on. But just taking a break from fasting for a while, and yeah, doing good though. It's just been nourishing my body as well, eating carnivore, and feeling good. So yeah.
Good. Do you want to tell everybody, I know we were talking a little bit before everybody got on, how long it's been since you've had a cold?
Yeah, well, I was telling them that I was fighting a cold. A cold that's lasted, I think this is day 23, and I had laryngitis really bad for about 4 days. No fever. It didn't mess with my appetite, which was really good. Just a lot of congestion and a lot of nasal stuff and drainage and whatnot. But yeah, it's when I found low carb in 2018, August of 2018. So I was sick that December. No, I'm sorry, January of 2018. And I would get sick every winter. I would get the flu, or I would get bronchitis, and one time I even had pneumonia. And it's just that's the way it was every winter. And but I have not been sick since December of 2018. I
Nice.
haven't had a cold, haven't had anything other than I did have COVID in 22, but yeah, not the
That's
usual.
not a cold.
Right, right. Not the usual cold flu every winter. So yeah.
I just think that speaks volumes to anybody that's wondering what all this does. Just think what it's doing for your immune system, to rebuild an immune system that's been compromised or anything like that. But all of us just getting healthier and healthier. And when we start this journey, there's those little quiet benefits that you have that you don't even realize. Oh my gosh, I don't get sick anymore. When was the last time you had the flu? When was the last time you caught a cold? Those things that you used to just go through every year. And we just chucked it up to fall or winter or whatever. And I just think that's neat to see when we really start checking how long has it been since you had your last major illness. So nice job.
Good
Congratulations.
job,
And
Olivia.
glad to see you back. We've missed you.
Missed you all too.
Come on in, Diana. Come check in.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, having a bit of a rough day today. A rarity for me to be sick, but
Ooh, it must be going around.
well, there's some kind of stomach bug going through the employees at work, and apparently it was my turn. I
Oh,
ate my breakfast and it came back up about 11 o'clock and they sent me home. So,
Oh
your poor
no.
thing.
but hey, it could be worse. I'm okay. Can't really, I can't even keep water down right now. I'm like, okay. Cramp in my leg a while ago. I probably am getting dehydrated, but I can't even keep water down right now. So,
You might want to try putting some salt crystals under your tongue.
Yep.
Just put them under your tongue. I think that the beauty of it is when we do get sick, that we know how to fast.
yeah,
And, sometimes just shutting everything down and letting your body calm down and take a little break. I'd keep putting the salt crystals under your tongue, if you can keep water down, but if not, we're okay fasting, and I think that's the best way to work through, get those ketones nice and strong and let them go out and fight that virus for you. So,
yeah. Well, I didn't eat anything yesterday because all the running around I did yesterday, and I was so happy this morning. Oh, I did the liver experiment. I cooked it in the Instapot outside on the deck, let it do the steam release, let it sit out there for a while. And I ate a little this morning. It was a little difficult, but since that's what's came up, I'm not sure if that's going to happen again. But
I would take that,
I was
take that liver, chop it up in little pieces and freeze it. And literally, when your stomach feels better and it calms back down, you're ready to get it back in. You chop it up in little bite-sized pieces and freeze it, and just swallow it. Don't
yeah,
even.
well, I guess maybe I could do that. It's still, I mean, I covered it in smoked salt, chili powder, garlic. What else did I put in there? But it's like, okay, it still tastes like liver. It's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Freeze it and it just needs to go down. Freeze it. You don't taste it, just and cut it in tiny pieces so you can swallow it whole.
you guys make me laugh.
You don't even have to chew it.
yeah. I
The
hope
things we
I'm
do.
able to eat eggs and pork belly again because that's what I mostly had and a little bit of liver, but I'm like, oh boy.
I actually busted out the mackerel and kippers tonight.
Uh-oh.
So, yep, she had to leave the room.
Yeah.
I'm
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 sorry.
not trying yet. I will. I'm getting there.
I got to get back with that too because I need the omega-3s and I don't really want to buy an expensive supplement because the good ones are expensive.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
You'll give yourself
yeah,
a
I'm
rest.
good.
Enjoy not
Joy.
enjoy the fasting, but give your body a break and fast and
Hey,
know that you can do it, I guess is what I'm
it's
saying.
frustrating because, well, I've taken Dramamine. I don't know what my glucose is going to be tomorrow, but this morning was my lowest one I've ever had at 77.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
now
awesome.
like,
No, that was just that
That'll
was
pass.
something going around. You were
yeah,
sick.
I know, but I'm just
You were sick
frustrated because
yesterday. You just didn't
I
know
doubt
that.
my glucose is going to be that low in the morning, but I don't know. Maybe it will.
Yeah.
But
Well, get some rest. Hope you feel better, hon. We're here when you're ready.
that's
Hang in.
the hat because I've been in bed all afternoon and my hair is a mess. So yeah,
Hey,
I know the feeling.
I'm thinking, okay, I can get here and sit here for a few minutes, but I'm going to put a hat on because my hair is a mess.
That's all good.
okay, do want all you guys to be paying attention and be thinking because we are going to do a Christmas party. So we're going to figure out a time when we can all come in our ugly Christmas sweaters or Christmas jammies, and we're going to do a little virtual party online. So be getting all your dates down that you have to be with family. I'm going to try to pick a date that is the least interference to everybody else, and we'll try to do that between now and Christmas. We'll get one scheduled so everybody can get on and celebrate together. So it'll be fun. Be thinking that. Come on in, Nancy. I know it's your bedtime, so you come and check in in case you need to check out.
Oh, thank you. Actually, yeah, I'm doing okay tonight. I'm just getting back on track. And just being careful.
Yep.
And
Sometimes
we don't do I don't do holidays here with my dad. So
you'll be fine.
it's just the same old, same old.
Nice.
So I
Rinse
don't
and
really
repeat.
mind. I don't mind that at all. We don't. I did that when I first moved down here, and we both have problems with food, so it always trips both of us up. And it's like, you know what? Let's just like, he'll eat how he eats, and I'll eat how I eat.
There you go. That's the
So,
plan.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's really what it needs to be is all of us just appreciate who we have around us. And
Yeah.
it's not about the food.
We'll be watching football,
Yeah,
Hey.
that's what I was going to say.
and I
You
don't
might
mind
watch
watching football. I like football, so
Football with your daddy. What better Thanksgiving could you have?
yeah.
That's perfect.
So,
Well,
slow and steady wins the race.
Absolutely.
You got it. And
Yeah.
you're so right. And I think anybody that is struggling through the holiday season, this isn't a time, maybe if this is hard for you, then this is just hold steady. It's not a time to push and do any
Yeah.
drastic measures right now. Just hold steady to get through this next week.
And there's something to be said about that holding steady. I mean, that is a conscious effort. That's a step that you can take. You're not failing by doing that. A lot of people think that, I'm not doing what I should. No, if you just hold steady, hold tight, make it through there, that is a perfect scenario.
Yep. It is. And not a fail.
No, definitely not a fail.
Come on in, Monica. Come and check in. Sue, are you over there?
She's
Yeah.
there. She's listening.
She's just listening. Come on
Yeah.
in, Monica.
Yes, hi, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello. I have a question. So, I my struggle this week is, more of an experiment. So I'm noticing that like my glucose and my ketones, my DBRs are a little bit higher than they are in the afternoon. And how I figure that out is like my ketones in the morning are like barely 2 or whatever, right? And then by like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like heart racing. I'm all like, I feel my heart in my throat, and I'm going, are these ketones a little bit higher? So anyway, Tuesday I started like pricking my finger to test it, and it looks like my glucose is lower in the afternoon, and my ketones are higher in the afternoon than it is like after me fasting and all that. How does that even make sense? Like,
Okay. Great question. Here's what's happening. By the afternoon, you've used up some glucose. So it drops your glucose down because you're burning glucose, you're up walking, you're moving, you're using glucose. As soon as that glucose starts dropping, those ketones can start rising. So the magic in that and the win in that is your body chemistry can do that. Now it's getting that chemistry. Your chemistry shift can do that. It's getting that chemistry to start happening earlier and earlier in the day. So we wake up with that chemistry. Your body can do it. Your liver can make those ketones. It is what's happening. So that my guess would be the time that you're stopping eating or anything like that. When you clean up and take care of all those little things, that morning waking glucose is what will start coming down, which will allow those ketones to go up, which will give you that lower DBR in the morning. So
And then this is what's weird because I started eating, I like this week I started eating, I stopped eating at 4 o'clock because typically I was like doing 5:30 or 6, right? But I'm like, okay, but that's weird because I'm like, why is it that? But today was an exception because I did cheat. I did have 3 tablespoons of curry sauce, which is like one of my like,
Like,
yes, it was like my husband
got the
had
warm
it.
up hugs going on.
Yes, my husband had it and he was like, it just looked too freaking delicious. And I did have like 3 tablespoons of curry, like Indian curry, and it was so freaking delicious, but I don't think it was worth it. So anyway, my DVR then was just like it was this morning. So I'm like, I don't get it. But anyway, I thought I'd
But stay consistent in that. But take that as a win because it's proving to you your chemistry can do it. Your body can do that. It is just you've got to clean it up enough. And if 4 o'clock is still giving you a higher DBR, then maybe we need to shoot for 3 o'clock.
well,
And the longer after that last bite goes in that you have to clean up before the next day, the better it is for your body. And that's harder to do. I mean, I'm working on a trend between 2 and 3 as well. And it's not easy. It's one of those, it doesn't bother me that I'll come home and I'll cook for him and sit with him while he eats. That part doesn't bother me. It's just when you get that, I don't know if it's that nervous energy, you just want the munchy thing at night. And it's like, it's pushing through that. It's that, pushing through that boredom that, all right, I need to pick me up, or the stupid things that we say in our head. It's working through those silly things that bother me more than the actual meal. So
yeah.
try to close it out early, but make sure you got your fats in you because that makes that evening go a whole lot easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm struggling with because I again I've had that the bathroom episodes, so
Yeah.
still
Water
taking
that bone broth down. If it's still getting to you, just water it down a little bit more. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Just sip it and, don't
and
chug
you
it,
might,
just sip it.
to get over those cravings at night, you may try a little bit of salt just to get past that. Just to get you till bedtime so you can go to bed. You know what I mean? Something as easy as that. There you go.
I
Yep.
brought it here. I was like, oh shoot, I didn't take enough salt. So I was like,
Yep.
this is why
I
these
love-
things are good.
I love it that we all have how many of us have our stuff sitting around us? Like my MCT sits here. I'm on the energy bits right now. I've got my pucker up right here.
Caffeine and salt.
It's one of those, keep it easy and set yourself up for success. I have these all sitting here so I don't go to the fridge and look for my baby bell that I don't have in there right now. But, it's so easy. I quit buying the darn things because they are too easy to grab. And it's like, oh, I just have, and it's like, no, if I'm hungry enough that I need a piece of cheese, I'm hungry enough to sit down and eat a meal. And if I'm not going to sit down and eat a meal, then I'm not snacking. I mean, that just needs to stop for all of us. I mean, it's a hard little process to swallow, but Monica, go easy, go slow, but work on that eating window because that tells you your body can do it. Your DBRs get beautiful in the afternoon, and it's a nice win to know that your body can do that. So now we just got to move that win closer to the morning.
Okay.
You'll get
Thank
there.
you.
Good
job, Monica.
Yes.
Thanks.
Sue, are you here? There you are, hon.
Hi, Sue.
Come
I
on.
think I am. Hi.
Hello, dear.
You guys were on vacation, and then I wasn't in the mood for it last week. I mean, that happens.
Hey,
It's
it
like,
does.
no, I'm
Absolutely.
doing good. I am doing good. I got all my blood tests back. Everything is perfect. Perfect.
Did you have your
I
meeting
am
with
in-
Cyrus?
I did, and I'm telling you what, he was worth every penny for me.
Yay.
I am fat. I am insulin sensitive. So I
Nice.
have no more of the insulin resistance. Everything is perfect. And he said, not a problem. The only problem he sees with me is I'm eating too much. And I did not know that you could eat too much protein. He says you can never undereat protein because too much protein turns to sugar and your body stores it.
Yep.
We have talked about that on here. We've talked about that a long
Yeah,
time.
I did not know that. So anyway, I feel like I'm eating nothing. I mean, really nothing. High fat, it's as high as I can get, low protein. Didn't do so good today, but I'm good. And here is the bonus. Was 198.8 the last 2 days. First times that I know of since 1987 that I've been under 200.
Good for you.
Amen. Nice work. Good
So
job.
I'm so excited. So the weight, he said, you get that control what you're eating, and he said the weight's going to fall off.
Good for you.
Well, so far it's working.
Nice.
I'm ecstatic over all that. I was worried about the insulin resistance. I was worried about testosterone and all that. Everything's perfect. Perfect.
Good for you.
The
So,
only thing is creatine is slightly low. He said, when you quit eating quite so much, that'll go up. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm doing what I need to do for me. I think sometimes we get to that point. I mean, Olivia is the same way. I know she is. Diane is. All of us that have been doing this a while get to a point that we know what works for us.
Yep, absolutely.
It may not be what's best for some of the others, but I know what works for me.
but I think that's the beauty of learning this chemistry. And when you learn to do that DBR and you learn to check your glucose, just like Monica's saying, okay, she's doing this, but okay, that may not be 4 o'clock may not be working for her, but if she bumps it up to 3 o'clock, that may give it. When we learn to do that, read that chemistry shift, that is how you are going to be able to take this on your journey for the rest of your life. And you may be able to open up an eating window or eat a little bit later that, I may have to be done at 2 o'clock for the rest of my life, but you know that for you because you know how to monitor and check it now.
And one other thing with that, that's why we always say, make sure you build that foundation correctly, because you'll always go back to it. Once you know the basics, you can tailor it to that.
Now you juggle.
Everybody is different.
Yep.
So
Right.
everything, but those basics stay the same.
Yep. So I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you because I know how much work you've done. So you're just another testimony of.
I feel good. I'm still getting my mile in on the treadmill, which I know, Lance, you do 10, 20,000 steps a day. If
Doesn't
I
matter.
get my mile in, I fight going over the mile. I can do a mile and a quarter, but then I've been going over and riding 5 miles on the recumbent bike. So I'm okay. I really think that's helping my legs as far as
absolutely.
and down.
I will say, I used to cycle in college. So I did the Tour de France kind of cycling. That is probably the easiest. That's the exercise I like the most and I miss the most. My walking is because I have to, and I'm not, for me to go out and walk 7 miles, I'm like, I probably wouldn't do that, just for fun. But because I have to do it for work, it's a little bit different. I would rather go out and ride 10 miles. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm with you on the biking.
I went to the spinning class because I was curious. Now my knee still gives me a problem on the regular straight bike. But I went and talked to the spinning instructor. And the thing with that is you have to I'm left-handed, so I have to put my left foot on the pedal, swing my right foot up over the bike. I can't do that yet. Yeah. So the recumbent bike works well for me. I've been watching Christmas movies and I just go right along.
Absolutely.
But things are going good. Now we are going out to eat with a couple, our camping buddy tomorrow, just because we want to get together. But the place we're going is a new restaurant here in town, but he cooks paleo, he cooks gluten-free, he cooks whatever you want.
Wow.
So I know I can get a steak. I don't know what else he has, but we're going out to eat at 2 tomorrow. So when I finished at noon today, I won't eat till 2 tomorrow, unless I have some pepperoni for breakfast before I go to the gym. So we've got a couple of things coming up, and we have a Christmas dinner on the 7th. I already decided I'm making pulled pork, but I'm not putting any barbecue sauce on it.
Yay.
I can eat that. I'll be
I love
fine.
I love
So,
plain pulled pork.
oh yeah. And I
Little salt
finally
and
got
pepper.
my pork belly. Finally got pork belly.
Yes.
And I love it. Oh, I love it. So I've been eating that this week. So
I know
we're
one thing with the pork belly, I know everybody was kind of asking how you cut it. Basically any way that you can. I just use a really sharp straight bladed knife, and I just pull back against it and I don't force the blade down through it. It seems to cut better when you don't force it, because the pork belly, if it's thawed, will kind of go this way, that way, this way, that way with your knife.
Just
Yeah.
know this. His hands are so damn strong. So it's easier for him. For us girls, I'm telling you, at least half freeze it. It's so much easier to cut.
Also have
Yeah.
a sharp knife.
We have
I
a
mean,
good sharp Cutco knife that
well, you're cutting fat, so that is a harder cut than you would be just cutting regular muscle or meat. You know what I'm saying? So you're going through the hardest part. So your knife needs to be sharp.
okay. I just bought some new Rata knives because I love those. They came in today. But the butcher cut it in 1 pound chunks for me, or squares, kind of.
Good.
So I got 5 of those. So when I got home, I just had to cut it up from there. But I talked to Jeff just a little while ago. He has found a place over there in Oxford, Ohio. He slices it down into bacon for you if you want it.
see that's
Yeah.
too thin though when we put it in the air fryer for us. I like it a little bit thicker and chunkier.
Okay, he's going to put it in the oven. So I'm anxious to see how that works. But I'm going to ask him if they can cut it down like stew beef
Yeah.
before
sure
I
they
get
could.
it. And then all I have to do is cut up the little chunks a little smaller.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So I'm looking forward. I'm enjoying that. No problem with
Oh,
that. So
that's a good stuff.
that's
It
what
is.
I thought. I think that's what's helping the weight to go because of the stew beef and the, oh my gosh, you get so much fat out of that pork belly. And I just pour it over top of it and eat it. So I've got some things going, I think. So we're good. It's not that I've ignored any of you. It's not that I don't want to hear what's going on, because I check every morning. I pay attention to everybody's numbers.
Yes, she does.
And my numbers are going down this week, and the glucose or the ketones have been going up. So I went over my limits a little. That was another thing. Dr. Sires said, I want you to ditch chronometer. He said, you know what you're doing. You ditch it. Don't do those macros. He said, you know what you need, just eat less. Well, that's a real hard habit to break, because I'm used to putting it in there I bet I redone it 10 times today. Well, can I have this? How's this combination going to work? Nope, that won't work. Take it out, put something else in. So
But that's how
I'm
you
totally
learn. So I don't know
that.
how, I mean, you can do that because you have been doing this for so long, but people starting
Right.
out are not, you can't guess at
Oh
that.
no, they need it. They
You
need
know,
it.
you can't do
Definitely,
that.
they need it.
And a lot
So
of times
but
too, when you to learn those macros, you're going to have, that protein to fat ratio that you're going to have to get. And you got to know when you're going over on the protein and when you're not getting enough fat too. So, I mean, it's there as a tool. I wouldn't say that you have to use it, but when in doubt, you know that is correct.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
I'm still using it. I haven't quit that. Not a problem. And I won't quit testing. And who was it a while ago said that their stuff's higher in the morning? It's
Monica.
supposed to work that way. It's supposed to be your DBR, your glucose is higher in the morning,
No,
and
backwards.
or
Backwards.
your ketones and your ketone. Yeah, it's backwards. So
You're higher in
it's
the afternoon.
higher in the afternoon. She's doing it right. it should be higher in the afternoon, her ketones and her glucose coming down. So what she's getting is right, I think.
It's going in the afternoon because she's using some of the glucose up. That's okay. But if her
Yeah.
DBRs are still too high in the morning, we got to try to get that chemistry from the afternoon. We need to try to get that moved earlier. Now, if her DBRs are good in the morning and her glucose is low, then no harm, no foul.
I think she was just saying that her glucose and her DBR in the morning compared to her DBR in the afternoon is usually better.
Yes.
But that is because you're up and moving, you're using your glucose stores, your liver's up functioning and producing ketones so you can have energy through the day. That's the way it's actually supposed to work.
That's right. That's what she's doing is correct. It's supposed to work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Many afternoons I go back and take my numbers again because I can feel those ketones running. Oh, yep, that's what it is. I guess
I like to do that in the afternoon just to prove to myself my body can do this.
Yes.
It may suck in the morning, but I can do this. So it gives me incentive to know that I can get it.
You don't do well in things anyway. So
but sometimes you need that confirmation.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That's what it is, and I'm doing good. So if she's feeling that way in the afternoon, it's because she's doing things right, not wrong.
Yep.
I think. Yep.
I think. So, yep. Good job, Sue.
Anyway, we're getting it. So I'm here. I'm okay. I may not join you all the time, but I'm here.
Good.
Well, good job. We've missed you.
You look
beautiful, girl. You can see it. Come on in, Olivia.
Thank you.
Had your hand up there. Come on in.
Yes, I just wanted to mention I've learned a couple of things recently. I heard an interview that Dr. Berry did with Isabella Cooper. She's a researcher, has been doing research for many, many years, and a lot of on ketones and whatnot. And she said that ketones a lot of times I'm sorry, not ketones, but the reason that ketones sometimes go way high in the afternoon and our glucose goes down. It's true, we use up the glucose during the day with all of our activities. But one of the other things that was interesting, she said that our cortisol also has a circadian rhythm. So a lot of times, it's high early in the morning to wake us up. And it kind of stays high, sometimes even 2-3 hours after we wake up, it's still kind of high. And then in the afternoon, it actually goes down. So it allows those ketones to go up. So that may be one of the things that Monica is seeing, because usually most of us will have higher ketones in the afternoon, evening. She said, especially between 4 and 6 in the afternoon, evening. Yeah.
That's part of that dawn effect when cortisol rises too, that, wakes you up and everything gets everything moving. But what you need to keep in mind is, what is your overall DBR? Is that DBR still low enough that you're waking up with, you've cleaned out that liver, you've made some progress through the night and things like that to start fresh for that day. So it's just a win the whole way around. But it's when your numbers and you've been tracking and you can monitor that, exactly what's going on. And I love just what Sue's saying. It's one of those, when you learn how to do this, you will have this knowledge now for the rest of your life. So if, Olivia, she's not feeling good right now. She's not, feeling well or whatever. She can check her numbers and know, okay, where am I at? What do I need to do? Is her body handling this cold and fighting it? And her numbers will show you that. If you get sick, if you take a medication, if you take injections, I know Diana's had injections, anything like that, all those things are going to affect your body. And when you learn to navigate through all of those issues, it gets better and better when you can see exactly how everything affects you. Hey, I went to the gym today, but I didn't go, didn't do the sauna. How each of those affect your numbers, that is how you learn to navigate building health, stacking health. How many things today can you do for your benefit? And you learn to navigate that with all of your tracking and numbers. So nice work.
I have a question.
Yes, come on in.
Or an observation maybe. Sue said your creatine was low. I heard Dr. Boz say here a while back, and I don't remember if it was everyone or just women over 50 that should take that. I don't know what. I'm been a little. I need to ask my doctor, I guess, because I'm a little concerned about my kidneys. I don't think that's high creatine is good for your kidneys, but does anybody else here say that?
I don't remember that one.
That
I
was
don't.
to help to preserve the brain function, I think.
Oh.
I do know a lot of perimenopausal, perimenopausal and menopausal doctors recommend the creatine, because it used to be like something that man used to only take, but now they're recommending it for brain health. Yeah, that I do know, but I've never heard Boz recommend it. So I just just throwing it out there.
There's some scuttlebutt on that in Boz's
Neurons?
no. She has that Tuesday morning meeting,
Ah,
and so they have I can't remember what it's called. Like, I don't know, I can't remember what thing, electronic, whatever they use where they message. It's just people in that group,
okay.
the Keto crew, they call it. And there's people talk, because I've been a few times, so I'm in it. And they're talking about it, but I haven't followed. I don't know if she talked about it in her meeting or whatnot, but there's people talking about it.
Good deal.
There's a YouTube video that I caught. I don't know. I might be able to go back and find it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, if you find it,
Yeah, put it over in the group if
yeah,
you do.
put it on the group or
Okay.
shoot it to us somehow.
okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
We'll go over it.
Right. We have a Amdor.
We're gonna call you out and just letting you know.
We're not sure what your name is, but you're welcome. Come and jump in and
Introduce yourself.
come on into the crazy family.
So, hi, I'm so sorry I'm late. The
You're fine.
traffic was a wreck, so I got home late. But I'm Anne Marie Dorset, and
Okay.
I've been doing this about it's getting close to 3 months now, so I'm kind of new.
Woohoo!
And I have tons of questions.
Start with
I've
the first
never,
one.
so I haven't done a ton of diets before in my life. I was always really healthy, but I'm 54, so my body's changing. And I really wanted to lose weight, but I wanted to do it in a healthy way. And actually, my friend recommended it to me because she was in the really advanced class, like the big one, the live one. So I signed up for the recorded one. And so let's see. So I've done low carb before and it was very successful. I just cut down on what I was eating when I was younger and the weight would fall off. But I went out to dinner with her and was mentioning that I just don't have the energy I had when I was younger. And she said, "Oh, wait, I got to send you some links." And so I started watching them and I was like, that sounds pretty good. And I mentioned it to my mother. I said, I'm thinking about doing this. I don't know about this drboz. She's like, oh, I've been listening to her for years. I didn't know that. And so anyway, and then my husband heard something about 2 meals a day and he didn't have to cook dinner anymore because he's retired. And so he was very encouraging for me to sign up and take the course. So anyway, so I went ahead and started it. I talked to my sister. She's full carnivore and has been for like 5 years or something. She's got horrible health problems, which led to that. But because I'm healthy, I never tried, diets. But I was recognizing that I like food, and that I needed to kind of recalibrate how I eat, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
I was starting to notice that I get home late from work and then I would eat dinner and then I like sweets in the evenings. I don't want them all day long. I don't want them to about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, which is the absolute worst time. And then, like I said, my brain was getting a little foggy. I was putting on a few pounds around my belly and underneath my chin. And then I started reading about fatty liver, and I thought that's not good. I don't want that. So anyway, so I mean, I'm not in really bad health, but I also think that I could do better than I am. And then I have a few people in my life that actually have some of my questions have to do with them. Some of them have to do with me, if that makes sense. I have a daughter recently diagnosed with celiac. I have a husband who tried this diet kind of as I was going on it. He said, "Oh, I want to go carnivore because I want to eat steak all the time." And the electrolyte thing was a huge thing for him. And he kind of backed off of it and started saying, "I'm going to cheat and I'm going to eat vegetables," which floors me because when I married him, he didn't know how to eat a vegetable. So, you know, changes in life. Um, anyway, so I think that's kind of where I'm coming from.
Well, welcome. First of all, welcome to our big old crazy family. Second of all, I hope you are in our group, Healthy Families Begin at Home. Are you in our Facebook group?
I did, yes. I signed up for all that.
So you're over in that Facebook group. Just know you can ask questions over there all the time as they come to you as well. We're always here live on Thursdays to help you through these kind of questions and stuff. But if you think of something during the week, you can always write over there and we'll catch up with you.
Okay.
First of all, congratulations for jumping in, because I think most of us will tell you it's the best decision we all have ever made. We've all been able to do carnivore or been able to do other things, but this is the one that will teach you how to monitor your chemistry, how to know exactly what is best for your body. Your numbers will tell you that. And when you learn how to track those numbers and monitor that step by step, getting the fat-based hormones correct, then moving forward into watching those macros, seeing where your body does well, where your body does not do well, it's going to tell you. Being healthy, that check engine light's going to come on quicker and faster and easier and say, "Hey, I don't like this," or "Hey, I do like that." You will learn to navigate all that. So
I want to add something too. You said this is a diet. This isn't. I want to rephrase that for you, or help you to rephrase it, because it's not a diet.
it's a lifestyle.
This is
Well,
basic,
what you eat is a diet. Anything
But-
you eat is a diet.
but this is
So-
a lifestyle. You're going to change your whole entire lifestyle based on the way you eat. So, and what you eat. So, you are correct. What you eat is your diet, but you're going to need to change your lifestyle.
And it sounds
in
like the
that.
people around you, if you already have carnivore around you, if you already have people doing drboz,
Got- yeah, gluten-free, all different varieties. I'm like the last one to jump on. So,
but you know what?
But, yeah.
I love that you're doing it as a preventative. I love that even though you are relatively healthy, you're heading things off down the road. I mean, just know I'm a cancer survivor and a heart attack survivor, and you don't want to be playing catch up. It's one of those things you want to
Wow.
get in and do the work and stay proactive on your health. So I applaud you for jumping in. The biggest thing I would tell you, even if you are carnivore or your hubby's carnivore, that's how I sucked him in, is it's like, I will feed you all the meat you want. I will never,
It worked.
I will never make you go to work hungry. I will never ask you to go take care of your tribe at work and run a business with being hungry or anything like that. So
Yeah.
carnivore is a great tool. Just know carnivore does not mean ketones. So ketones and circulation is where all that beauty of health comes in the preventative.
And so he's actually shifted, and it's cracking me up because I never dreamed he'd be going, "I'm cheating, I'm going to eat vegetables." He never ate vegetables, because when he first started making me dinner when he retired, I'd come home and there was a piece of meat on my plate, and I said, "No, that's not dinner." And so I insisted there's something green show up on my plate. So, so now he's the one going, I'm eating vegetables. So, yeah.
Well, just know that's a hard one, because the veggies will drop your ketones. So just know that the veggies will knock you out. They will knock you out of ketosis. They will jack you up, and it's a hard one to get past. Fruits and veggies. I was pretty much vegetarian, clean, organic, and giving up fruits and veggies was one of the hardest things I had to beat into my brain. And it was one of those I had to keep proving it to myself, because I kept thinking I would be different. And fruits and veggies are good for me. I need them. And I would prove it to myself every damn morning that nope, your ketones and your chemistry do not like fruits and veggies.
That's one of my big questions. And I put this on the drboz one, but okay, so my numbers look great. And I think my ketones are high because I've only been on this 3 months. And so if y'all are more adjusted, your ketones drop over time. My body still, it's obviously using it. I figured that out. I got food poisoning a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't want to eat for like half the next day. And it was great because I didn't need to eat, and I really enjoyed that.
Yep.
I felt for the first time, I was like, I know this is that clean energy they're talking about. I really enjoyed it. So it'd been a rough night, but my numbers look great. but people talk about losing tremendous amounts of weight, and I'm not losing, I've lost 5 pounds over 3 months. And to me, that sounds slow. But here's my question is, should I've started, I'm eating 2 meals a day, and I've got, they're like breakfast and lunch basically, and then I don't eat again, which is fine. I'm an evening person. I feel great no matter what in the evenings. I hate mornings. So, and I've been reducing the cream in my coffee because that was the most fun part of going on a ketogenic diet, was really upping the cream in my coffee. Is that the wrong direction to go? Should I keep my cream high? I couldn't figure out on the chronometer how to boost my fat high. So, and I'm just doing food. I'm not buying any supplements. So, should I keep it high and just forget about the weight loss for a while? Or I've cut it down. It's still quite a bit of cream, but I've been cutting it down and moving that second meal a little bit earlier in the day. And I'm not sure if I'm going in the wrong direction.
Okay, that's a loaded question because it depends on what chemistry section you're at, what level of keto continuum. One of the things too, if you ever went in our classes, I take you step by step from the very beginning and take you step by step through. We don't push you forward until your chemistry is ready. And we walk through each one of those steps to figure that out. Because what happens is most of us have done this, and you can ask all the veterans here, they'll probably all admit, we all push too fast forward and we try to jump through, hopscotch through the steps. And then we find out our hormones aren't ready, or our body's not ready, or whatever. And we're not ready to go down to 2 meals a day, or we're not ready to do OMAD or anything like that. So you got to backtrack and make sure those hormones are stable and ready first. And make sure that your chronometer is set properly for the beginning stages of the process. Now that keto or chronometer will change down as your chemistry progresses through. Your protein can change, all those things will change, but you got to make sure you're hitting those fat macros, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, all those are fat-based hormones. So you have to get each of those hormones, leptin, ghrelin, all of the hormones need to be working before you start playing around with fasting and things like that a little bit more. So getting that foundation stable, that's where that weight will then start to happen and start to come off. The weight will come off when the cells get healthy.
So I got down to 4 and 6 because of the way I did it, all look the same. So I got down to that level, and then I've just hung out there I followed the course and the number of days she said to stay at each level. And then when I got to this one, because I was struggling with my electrolytes, so I've been hanging out here. I've got a spreadsheet somewhere, but I'm an engineer. So I like
that's awesome.
But so I've hung out here for like well over a month. I don't remember. I've been at this level for a long time. And I just kind of stopped when I got to 2 meals a day because I like it's comfortable. It fits with my life.
Yep.
And so I kind of was, and my numbers are really low. My ratios are down. Like they were like they hung out at 20 for a long time. And
awesome.
I'm like, if they're at 20, I should be losing weight. And so, but I don't want to skip over the good health. I mean, I'd rather be healthy.
Right.
So,
don't hang on. My internet is coming and going. If you guys can hear us. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Okay. And I mean, and my ratios have gone up a little bit as my ketones have dropped off. And I figure it's probably a good thing because they're still low. But I just don't want to be making the wrong decisions for the eating.
Ride the wave while that DBR is staying nice and low. Ride that wave while it's there, because it will change. This won't be so easy all the time. Your body's doing the cheerleading. You're in that honeymoon phase. That will change, but you're in that right. Stay at that 2 meals a day. Keep that eating window closed as early as you can, and use those 2 meals a day for your benefit right now. But get those macros right. Get the fat in you. Get all of that. I would make sure you're starting to keep that heavy cream in your eating window.
Keep it in. Oh, it's always been in. It's part of my breakfast.
There you go.
Well, or once I walk. Anyways, between breakfast and lunch. So now that I've cut my cream, I should increase it back up to the higher level.
Okay, here's one of the things for most of us girls north of 40, 50 years old. Cream fits in our macros, but most of us, it does not fit in our bodies. So I always caution my clients on, do not count on cream of being your main fat source. I want to see you go back to some olive oil, avocado oil, beef tallow, egg yolks. There's a lot of good fats you can get in you that won't have the same effect on the body as heavy cream. So most creams, if you buy in the store, have carrageenan and guar gum and thickeners and stuff in it. And most of them, just know they can legally say 0 carbs. And if there's thickening agents in it, it can be 0.99999 and still be considered 0 carbs. So it does add up. Second of all, just because it fits in your macros does not mean it fits in your body. And I'm one of them. A lot of the veterans will tell you the same thing.
Light green.
Cream's a slippery slope, but it's still my hug. I get it. That is my one thing that it's like, I've given up every damn thing else in life. I'm hanging on to my cream for everything I've got. But you got to be mindful of knowing it is not the thing you want to increase when you need to get your fats up. If you need it a little bit for your coffee or something like that, enjoy that one time, enjoy that once a day or whatever, but I would not up that to get your fats. There's a lot of better ways to get fats in you.
I had a feeling it was a fun way to add the fat in, and it worked for me. Okay, so how do you take the like you mentioned the avocado oils or the different kinds of oils? How do you eat that much oil?
I use horn olive oil that is really, really good. And I literally have bottles on my counter and I can walk by and swig them any time of the day that I need them. They are that good. If you go over to our website, I've got a coupon link over there for you to save some money on them. They're the really good olive oils. Blood orange one that's always out of stock is my absolute favorite, but it's so good. But there's lemon, lime, basil, and they're just infused a little bit, and it just makes that olive oil. It's good. So try those out first of all. With egg yolks, every bite of meat should be dipped into some kind of fat, whether that's egg yolks. I make bacon grease mayonnaise. You can use beef tallow. You can use butter. Every bite of protein should be a carrier scoop for some kind of fat. Over in our free family support group, I think if you go look down through the course in there is a guide to healthy fats over there. And it has all kinds of fat ideas in there for you. Download that so you'll have it. And rotate through it. Some people will get nauseous if they do just one kind. So, okay, then do a little brown butter bites. Have you ever made brown butter bites?
No, this is, like I said, this is all new to me. I've been having a very boring diet, but
go over to our website, journeytoketo.com. Or into your course. Did you get the link from inside the course? Okay, go into that course and there's some stuff over there too, some little resources, one step at a time. It sounds like you're doing great. And if you right now, ride that wave while your DBRs are nice and low and your ketones are doing good, ride that wave, but be reading up on other things, because when that starts to change and tank a little bit, that's when you want to get a little bit more focused, a little bit more, okay, how do I get these fats in me? Right now, your body's doing it. Oh, we're losing everybody. It just get over there and reach out, be in the group and ask. Olivia's got great ideas. Diana, Nancy, that was on here. We got a lot of people, a lot of veterans that can get in and say, okay, here's how we can help you do that. So reach out if you need the help.
They're already doing all this.
Yes. We just know over in that big group, we have people at every level. We have people coming in daily that are just starting. So there's always somebody in front of you and there's always somebody behind you that you can help along.
Yep.
So you're further ahead than most beginners. So if you think of the knowledge you've gained and the chemistry shift you've already won, being 3 months in, some of us, it takes 3 months to get to a step. That is why actually when I coach and teach Dr. Boz's course, I broke it up into 3 levels. So you could stay at each level as long as you need to, because that may be a month for you, but that may be 3 months for me. My body's coming off of a heart attack and chemo and all the different things that my body struggles with every darn step. Now you might go, you're rocking and rolling. His body goes really quick, but everybody's mitochondria, everybody's metabolic health is going to be different. And you stay at that level until you master it and your body's conquered it. And then you move forward. So that's the biggest thing I would advise you. Don't hopscotch through, do each and every step and master it. And she has those days up there for guidelines to say how long to stay there, but everybody's body's different.
Well, and like I said, I got to this level and I just stayed here because I didn't really know what to do next. So I haven't fasted. I fasted before in my life and it was no big deal. but I also knew I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't want to hurt myself. So
When you're ready,
anyway,
reach out. When you're ready, reach out. We'll help you.
okay.
We
Well, thank
actually will fast as a group. We normally do the same schedule, the Sunday through Wednesday. We're off right now because we just came home from vacation, so we're trying to get our chemistry back on track. And I
Okay.
don't like that. It's not fun to fast when you've been off track. So it's better to get focused and back on
Okay.
track and then go fast. So, but let us know when you're ready. We'll be glad to help you and join along right along with you. We need to do it too. So it is the
Okay.
win. So yes. Great.
Welcome to the group.
Welcome to the group.
Thank you.
Again, anybody that's wanting in, if you're watching on YouTube or anything, our December class or December class sign ups are starting now. So if you want in for the December groups, jump on in now, journeytoketo.com. You can jump in the beginner, intermediate, or advanced. I love for everybody to jump in at the beginners just so I can master and conquer and make sure every step is done perfectly for you before we push your body through. And if you come in on the beginner level, you will always have access to the beginner level. So if you have a time frame that you fall off the wagon and you need to jump back and start over and reset your chemistry, and you need to go back to the beginning a little bit to do that, you will still have access to the beginner course, even once we bump you to intermediate. So you will have all of that there. You'll be able to just go back and forth. So you'll have all of that in there if you want in. Journeytoketo.com, and you can sign up for the membership that you want in. Again, pick the level that you're in, but we really love everybody. And if you get into beginner one, you get through them and you say, hey, I've done all this. Send me a text and we'll just bump you over into the next level, and you'll still have access to both. The other thing we're so excited to get going, we're hoping within the next week, we are going to have the recipe section of our website that everybody has been begging for. We're going to have the recipe section going live. We're working on it. We're trying. You guys know me. I'm not the recipe person. My daughter is with the kids. I'm the throw the meat on the grill, throw the meat on my plate and eat it. So I'm not the big recipe person. So we're trying to get all these established up, but we'll get the recipes over there so everybody can maybe have some holiday treats that won't derail you totally. So we'll get started on that. If anybody has any great, Olivia, I know you do. I want to pick your brain. If you have any great recipes that we could put over on the website for me, please send those to me. We're uploading them in the background right now as we speak. So, and everybody be checking your schedules because I want to do a Christmas party. We're going to do a virtual online Christmas party, ugly sweaters and Christmas pajamas and all. So let us know what everybody's schedule is looking like, and we're going to try to schedule around everybody. We won't be on next week because of Thanksgiving. So everybody enjoy your families.
Yep.
And please remember, it is not about the food. Go in with a plan and come out with a plan. And your plan coming out needs to be pucker up. So that's your plan. I don't care what your plan is going in. You got to figure that one out, but coming out of it needs to be pucker up. You guys got this. We love you. We'll be over in the group. If anybody needs anything. Yes.
Does anybody want to do like a gift exchange or something?
Oh, that might be fun.
I don't know how we would pick who gets who.
Why don't you put that over in the group? Why don't you propose it, or you want me to put it over in the group and see if anybody wants?
I can. I just was curious if anybody would want to do that.
That might be fun. Some
kind
kind
of
of
fun. And then to open. Wow, no, we'd have to get them mailed to everybody before.
Yeah, you better be quick.
Yeah, the mail's slow.
We'll have it going through the first of the year. That would be our after Christmas party. So I'm open to all ideas. I want us to join forces. And please, the other thing too is I know we have a couple of people that are really struggling. If you were on classes this week, you guys know who I'm talking about. We got some people that are really struggling, first of all, through the holidays, through their chemistry shift, support at home. So please, I put a post over in the group that if you need a health buddy for a check-in partner, an accountability partner, please meet up underneath there, share your phone numbers, text each other, message each other if you don't want to put them public. That group is private, but there's still a lot of people in there, so I get it. But message each other your phone numbers. Be willing to, if you're willing to be a support person for somebody. I can't do 1,500 people, but we're here for you. If you need something, text us, call us. I will talk you off the ledge. I will help you any way we can, but reach out and be each other's partners over there. We are a true family. We want you guys to succeed through this, and we don't want to tear up anybody through the holidays. So be mindful. It is about the people, not the food on your plate.
Absolutely.
So the one thing I'm going to ask all of you, when you bow your head to say grace on Thursday at Thanksgiving, I'm asking you to look up from your plate, look across the table, and realize that's what Thanksgiving is about. It is about the people around your table. Do not stress about the food. Do not worry about it. go in with a plan, do the best you can do, and come out the next morning and shoot clean up. Thanksgiving is not a week long, a month long, it's a day. That's all you get credit for. You can go enjoy the day and then be done. Get it over with, be done. Whatever you go into it doing, go in with a healthy frame of mind, but come out of it with a plan. And remember what the holiday is truly for.
Yep.
But we appreciate each and
Each and
every
every
one of you. We love you guys. We love the growth that's going on over here. We want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You're helping me make a dream come true to be able to help people, and moving from a medical practice with brick and mortar and moving it onto the line has not been an easy process, but it is one we're learning so much, and we appreciate all you guys' help and love and support, but we're loving being able to grow this platform with you guys. So thank you.
Have a wonderful holiday, guys.
Holidays season has begun. I want to see who the first one to get their tree up.
Oh,
Shut up. Do you already have it up?
Olivia, you are an overachiever.
No,
Hang on, you're muted. Hang on.
I've never done this before. I've never put up a Christmas tree before Thanksgiving, but my husband's going to be out of town visiting his family for like 2 weeks. And I didn't want to wait, that much longer, because I usually do it the day after Thanksgiving or that weekend. And so he went ahead and put it up for me, and I went ahead and set it all up.
Wow.
I'm ready. I think mine's happening this weekend too.
No, I'm laying floor this weekend.
Mine's going up as soon as I can get a drug up here.
All right, guys.
Show me pictures. I want to see everybody. I want to see everybody's decorations as they go up. Let me know. All right, guys. We love y'all.
We love you all.
Thank
you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Welcome.